Hello everyone and welcome to Coaster Hour, and today I'll be looking at a few different coaster models and we'll try to figure out which one of these will be Six Flags Magic Mountain's 20th coaster coming to the park in 2021. Now for those who don't know yet, next year is the 50th anniversary of Six Flags Magic Mountain, which actually originally opened in 1971, and the park has recently done some teasing related to their 2021 edition. Along with that, Theme Park Obsession recently released a video that I'll leave a link to in the description below that shows that attraction construction may be underway near where Green Lantern First Flight once stood and where Tidal Wave is. There have been many markers seen in this area and a vehicle with a drill doing some soil drilling tests. So it appears that we can expect a large new attraction to come to Magic Mountain in 2021. So with that said, let's dive straight into the potential coaster models. The first and by far least interesting option is an SNS Free Spin, and these rides are very compact and can be found at many other Six Flags parks. This ride would pretty much just be a better version of Green Lantern and could be themed to Joker or Harley Quinn. One issue I see with an SNS Free Spin is that I think that many of the general public who dislike Green Lantern, and there's a lot of them, would not be willing to try this new Free Spin because it looks very similar to Green Lantern. I could even see some people thinking that Green Lantern just got repainted and that this Free Spin is actually the same ride. The next option, and seemingly what most people believe is the most likely from what I've seen, is either a Mach Power Splash or Mach Power Loop. And I've lumped these two together because both rides are from the same manufacturer and are extremely similar. Both coasters feature multiple launches, 2 tall spikes, and of course a splashdown. The Power Loop features a vertical loop that riders will go through both forwards and backwards and will have a slightly longer track length compared to the Mach Power Splash. I would think that Magic Mountain would get the Power Loop rather than the Power Splash, since the park could market the Power Loop as the first water coaster with an inversion, and it would be a unique ride you can't find at any other park, at least when the ride first opens. Obviously, this ride could be themed to Aquaman and also is a great fit for the park since they do not have a water coaster yet, and with the removal of Tidal Wave, the park would need to get a new water ride. The one issue I see with this ride though is that Six Flags hasn't worked with Mach rides to build a new coaster in a long time. And I'm not counting Aquaman, the Power Splash that is being built at Six Flags Over Texas, because that coaster was supposed to go to Six Flags Dubai, a park that another company was paying to build. Six Flags was able to buy the Power Splash for cheap once the park got canceled. Another coaster model that many believe is a likely candidate to come to Six Flags Magic Mountain is an RMC Raptor with a larger capacity, like Jersey Devil coming to Six Flags Great Adventure in 2020. An RMC single rail coaster would definitely stand out in appearance from the other rides at Magic Mountain, and I think it would be a great idea if this ride was to be themed to Wonder Woman, as it could have a nice golden or yellow track color scheme, something that is missing from the other major coasters at Magic Mountain. Yes, I know West Coast Racers has yellow track, but only half of it's yellow, so really it would probably be a good color scheme. They already have a flat ride at the park that is themed to Wonder Woman, and they could just retheme that to another character like Joker or Harley Quinn, which to be honest would probably be more fitting since that ride probably appears more on the crazy side to the general public. SNS released their Axis Coaster concept last year, and these rides appear to be compact, but also incredible, so I think that Six Flags could definitely put at least a few of these in their parks in the near future. In my opinion, this ride would be the perfect addition for Magic Mountain, because this ride, it's really unlike anything else out there right now. They could market it as the first of its kind, and probably generate a lot of excitement with the addition of an Axis coaster. SNS has of course also worked with Six Flags a lot, so that great relationship only strengthens the case for an Axis coaster. If Magic Mountain doesn't get an Axis coaster next year, I feel that could be a huge lost opportunity. The last coaster model I could maybe see coming to Magic Mountain is a Vacoma Bermuda Blitz, like Lek coaster in Poland, and while this may seem like an odd pick, I think it kind of makes sense since this ride has a pretty compact layout and features a ride experience very different from the other rides at Magic Mountain, as it has a combination of great airtime moments, intense inversions, and crazy whippy transitions. Now, this ride also costs under $5 million, at least that's what it cost when it went to Legendia in Poland in 2017, so this coaster may actually be the cheapest option of all the potential models, which may make it more enticing for Six Flags. Now that I have talked about all 5 of these models, I'm going to rank them from least likely to most likely going to Six Flags Magic Mountain. At number 5, I have the SNS Free Spin, and really the only argument I could find for it really is that it would fit in the plot of land where the markers are, and SNS works with Six Flags a lot. This model, as I mentioned earlier, is too similar to a ride once despised by the majority of visitors and doesn't really bring a new ride experience to the park, considering that X2, another 4D coaster, is in the same park. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If Magic Mountain actually decides to get an SNS Free Spin, it would make for an absolutely foolish and disastrous 50th anniversary edition. At number 4, I have the Vacoma Bermuda Blitz, and while this ride would be awesome and provide a unique experience to the park, in the end I feel this ride would be pretty difficult to market since there are not really any attainable world records. Also, Six Flags hasn't worked with Vacoma in a long time, which also weakens the chances of a Bermuda Blitz coming to Magic Mountain in 2021. Now, for these next 3 models, I would not be surprised if any one of these ended up being the next new coaster for Magic Mountain, as I think good arguments could be made for all of these. But at number 3, I have the SNS Axis coaster, and while I'd probably say that I'd want to see this one the most, there haven't been too many signs that this could be a possibility compared to the other 2 coasters I have above it. Also, I have a feeling that Six Flags might want to see how the first few Axis coasters do, and then maybe get Magic Mountain a larger version. Still, because of SNS's and Six Flags' great relationship, and the idea that Six Flags Magic Mountain could call this a world's first kind of attraction, the possibility of an Axis coaster is still pretty strong. Now at number 2, I have the Mach Power Loop or Power Splash, but in this case, I'll say Power Loop as I think this is the better option for Six Flags Magic Mountain, and I can definitely see why this coaster could come to the park, as they could market this ride as the first looping water coaster, and it would replace the unpopular, aging, problematic water ride that is Tidal Wave, though the park already has 2 other water rides, which I think is just fine if they just wanted to have 2. Also, of course, as a water coaster, this ride could be completely different from anything else at Magic Mountain. To make things even more interesting, there was a Six Flags survey a while back that included a Mach Power Splash, but the survey also included an RMC Raptor and a B&M dive coaster, and there was once a Six Flags survey that showed Superman Escape from Krypton with a ridiculous extended and modified layout. So I'm not really sure how reliable these surveys are. Really, what keeps the Mach Power Loop being the most likely option for me, though, is the fact that Six Flags actually hasn't gotten a coaster from Mach rides besides Aquaman, which I already mentioned earlier, since 2008, which for a large chain like Six Flags is a really long time. The RMC Raptor coaster, in my opinion, is the most likely option to go to Six Flags Magic Mountain, and whether it is a clone of Jersey Devil or not, I really don't think it matters too much, since Six Flags, they're going to try to appeal to the general public, who won't really know there's an exact clone of the same ride out there in New Jersey. Six Flags, they can market this ride as the tallest, longest, and fastest single rail coaster in the entire world, and like I said earlier, the single rail look would make it stand out from the rest of the coasters at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and I think a lot of people would want to go to Magic Mountain just for a coaster like this. The markers matching up with Jersey Devil and RMC's great working relationship with Six Flags is pretty solid evidence that one of these amazing RMC Raptor coasters will be coming to Six Flags Magic Mountain in 2021. Before this video is over, I wanted to say that in the end, this is a speculation video, and it is entirely possible that Six Flags Magic Mountain could receive either a different coaster model, not mentioned in this video, or even a completely different ride in 2021. Also, I would like to announce that I am trying to hit 1,000, yes, you heard that right, 1,000 subscribers before the end of March, which will be the 1-year anniversary of my first upload. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly encourage you to, if you want to see more coaster-related content. And if you have already subscribed, it would be very helpful if you shared my channel with people that you think would be interested in it, so I can try to hit that 1,000 subscriber goal. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time here on Coaster Hour.